Welcome to another week of learning adventure in computing. For this week, I'll start by asking you a question. Is it possible to change the backgrounds or scenes while the animation is playing out in ScratchJr? I'll give you a few moments to think about your answer. Yes, it is possible. So for this week, we are learning to create programs that change scenes or backgrounds. What I'm looking for, I can add a new page in ScratchJr. I can create instructions to change a background from one page to another. In Scratch, you can find the Go to Page block in the End blocks or the red blocks. This block will only appear after adding a new page with a background. And how do we add a new page? You can add page in ScratchJr by clicking the plus icon. This button will enable you to add a new page where you can design and choose your own background. So how do you code a program that changes scenes in ScratchJr? Watch this video clip to learn how to do it. To start, create a new file in ScratchJr. Design your page 1. This page will show you the first part of your story. In this example, I have a child standing with a background called the park. We will be coding the child to walk and hop and say, "It's nice to be in the park today." The child will then transport into the woods. So the woods will be our second background. Now, before we start putting the code, we need to add the second page. Because when you go to the red blocks, you cannot find the Go to Page block. The Go to Page block will only show up if you have a second page in your ScratchJr animation. To add a second page, click on the plus button. Delete the sprite that you don't need. Choose a background by clicking Add Background button. We will be using the woods background in our second page. Click on the tick mark. In this second page, we will be adding the same sprite we used in page 1. So click the Add Sprite button and search for the child's sprite that we have added in the first page. So now we have page 1 and page 2. When you go back to page 1, you can find the Go to Page 2 button. We will now start putting the blocks for the child. So I'll start by clicking the yellow blocks or the starting blocks. I'll use the green flag. Now I want the child to walk to the right 5 steps. So I'll go to the motion block and add move right. There are many ways that the child can go to the right. One way is by adding repeatedly move right block 5 times. If you click the code blocks, the child, as you can see, is walking towards right or moving towards right. The other way for the child to walk to the right 5 steps is by using only one block and changing the number 1 to 5. If you click this block, the child will walk 5 steps. You can choose to put 5 set of blocks for move right, or you can use only one block and change the number 1 to 5. The next thing that the child should do is hop or jump. This time we're going to add the hop block. Let's bring back the child to the starting place. After hopping, I want the child to say something like, "It's nice to be walking in the park today." So I'll go to the looks block and add the save block. After connecting the looks block, go to the red block and add go to page 2. Now, for page 2, you're going to put the blocks for your child to animate. Click page 2 and add the yellow starting block with a green flag. Go to the motion block and add hop button. The number shown in the hop button is not the number of times the child will be jumping. It is how low or high the child can jump. There is another block that will allow you to repeat an action in ScratchJr. Go and click the control block or the orange block and use the repeat block. Use this block and change the number if you want your child to jump 5 times. Place the hop block inside the control block or the repeat block and connect it to the starting yellow block. Now after this, I want the child to say, "Oh, it's nighttime, I need to go home." So I'll go click the looks block and add the same block. Connect the save block to the code block. This time, the scene will no longer change because we don't have the third page and we don't want the child to go back to page 1. So we can use now the end block. Go back to page 1 and click the green flag and see how your animation will play out as it changes scene from the park to the woods.